2, 3, 4. Heartbroken Houston, Texas, couldn't get off the sofa. The thing about depression, you think your life is over. When I was all alone, you came and changed how I feel. Only you understand me, you fill me up completely. And when I'm self-destructive, you make me feel so pretty. You always pull me closer to let me know that it's real. When I look at you, baby, I get overjoyed. I feel it inside deep. Finally, I'm happy to be. Cause I got love with your baby. I figured out why I'm smiling, nothing can stop. I wanna thank you for taking me as I am.
Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills. We're at Bengals Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're off and running at Bengals Stadium. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, most exciting player, not just in his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket, and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Another run for Henry. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. They're turning to the option on 3rd and short. Defense contains him. That's going to force 4th down as he's dropped for a loss. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. Starts his return from the 23. And the coverage team is there as he fields it. So almost nothing on that return before he stopped. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, and maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. All set to go now from the 35.
12.
First and 10.
Here we go.
35-yard line.
Right, 80.
Going to the ground again on first. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down. Well, hold on a second. We've got a Raven hurting pretty good out there. They're going to head out to look at him.
Here we go. Right, 80. Right, 11 MT. Dot.
Burrow from the gun. Brought in by Chase near the sideline. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
11 MT. Chase. Right, 80. Right, Dot.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. So I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Burrow setting up the play action. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Now, this group likes to be aggressive. An early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
On second down, along with Williams. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. They have another 1st and 10 on this opening drive. This one from the opposing 40.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, Burrow. Ooh, on him quick there, and they bring him to the turn. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
Here we go. Wide 80.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Wide 80.
Third and long for him here. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. And on fourth down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will get them on the board. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Pretty big kick for him. Actually, a new season long. And when you do that, this is what happens. You're going to get called upon from that distance yet again.
The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been no equal. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards to this point. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8 out of them, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Right side and into the hands of Bateman. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30. Third and just 2 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
This one sent up for Lamar. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Tony Pollard on the return. Let's see what he can do on the return. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
On 2, ready?
1st and 10 now from the 30.
11. Gun.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. Escapes the defender. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. They get 19 on that pickup. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati. One play in, and they are already close to midfield.
Wide 80. Plays hot.
First down, Burrow to throw. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked by their rookie out of Florida State. And the Ravens are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Okay, when a team spends a premium pick on the DB, in my opinion, you've got to be able to take the ball away. So many guys can run really fast, cover really well, but the difference makers find a way to create those interceptions.
Complete Derrick Henry. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
This is Henry on second. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up. Ravens headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Jackson trying to sneak it. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down. Their punter making his way out now. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away.
First and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
On 2.
Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter.
11 empty. 11 empty. Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
Here's Williams to start the drive. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Just 3-0 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They are facing second down deep on their own end.
Can. Stop.
Burrow to the air now. Rolling out to his left. That's going to be caught. Tony Pollard. And he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
As soon as he starts to escape, Kate, you can almost see that gunslinger mentality come to life. It takes really perfect defense to hold up and keep him from finding something that'll go get that first down. They couldn't do it right there.
Burrow throwing here, 3rd and 2. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he's going to effort this from his own goal line. And that punt hits and kicks out of bounds beyond the opposing 35. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting 2nd right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
No luck on the look to his back. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Good coverage by Andrew Phillips.
They send a receiver in motion right. Jackson now on 3rd. He throws a bullet deep to the big gain downfield. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down. And now it's Lamar. And he's brought down at the line.
Yeah, the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That's taken in by DeJounte Wester. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but showing a love for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down.
Baltimore, first down. It's a gain of
Give to Henry on the inside handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. This run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
brings up 2nd and 9.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. This one's caught. And this one only manages the yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
From the gun, Jackson. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. On 4th now, on comes Tyler Luke, going to try this field goal for the Ravens. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Luke knocks it through, and we're all tied up now in the first half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Good work so far. He's got room. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield. The Bengals back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt an away partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Play action now. Burrow. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Gun.
At the
11.
48-yard line.
Big 13. Big 13.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And you do get him down, but the damage is done. Just gets down inside the 35-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Burrow gets it out wide quick. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I'm fine, ready?
That's another Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
22-yard line.
Stop.
Going play action here. Burrow. What a hit, and the ball's loose. Oh, the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Straight ahead with Williams. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Can. 11.
Now, not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Sit tight. More from Paycor Stadium on the other side. The Ravens bringing out an extra defensive back on this 3rd down play.
Let's get set. 180.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. It's caught. Chase has it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals get some late points and the lead. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. He'll head out of bounds on the return. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. 1st and 10 from the 32. Lamar now from the gun. Pass pulled in by Henry. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands. He dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on 1st down. Running back sent in motion. Throwing again here on 2nd and 10. Jackson has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their 1st. Bengals into the nickel set, 3rd down. Lamar throwing again. Western finds the football, complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They get 16 yards on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 1st down throw for Jackson. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Again, it's Jackson to the air. It's his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Jackson yet again. Looking right, and he finds him. And they make this stop as that player reaches the 14-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion. You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he ended up time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
To his wideout is a screen. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal. Tyler Lue back for the Ravens to attempt this field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Oops, knocks it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. So we have a one-score game. Gonna have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly today. We're skipping right through to the start of the third quarter. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bengals back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And he is the NFL leader in rushing yards as we work through November. He's hoping an excellent season can continue as such here.
Here we go, here we go. 12.
On first down, here's Burrow. Moving left side. This one up to about the 27-yard line. So there by Mike Green. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
11.
At the 27.
Here we go. Stop.
Going left side, Williams with it. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. 12 yards on that play, and a good call, and that's in the first. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Can.
Burrow setting up the play action. Andrews has it, working downfield. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
On one, ready?
56-yard gain on the play. That's another Bengals.
Gun.
First
11, MP. Right 80.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
11. Stop.
Up the gut they go with Williams. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the
Here we go.
Ravens 7-yard line.
Stop.
They go to him again. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. It's a 3-yard pickup. That moves them a little bit closer. Third and goal coming up.
It's now third and goal.
Here we go. Stop. Right 80. Right touch. 11, Thomas. Go. Stop.
Throwing is Burrow. And it's incomplete on third and goal. Now, it looks like one of the Ravens is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. They'll leave the offense out there and try 4th and goal from the 4.
What's this set? Right 80. Right touch. Stop.
Back to throw it. Buys time, rolling right. And they take this in for the score. The Bengals grow the lead coming out at halftime. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals drive their lead to 11.
Ravens 6.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Jukes away from one. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. First down, here's Lamar. Completed to his running back. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Play fake, Jackson. Henry on the catch. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. It's a 24-yard catch, and it gives them the first down. We've set it downs from 37.
24-yard gain on the play.
They go play fake with Jackson. On the move, hit it right. They get to him after a small pickup to the 35. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. The left side is nabbed by Bateman. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
We saw his guys pick up the blitz. He felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them in the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. On fourth now, on comes Tyler Luke, gonna try this field goal for the Ravens. From the left hash, this will be from 50.
A 50-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, he's able to handle his 3rd field goal of the game, just inch them a little bit closer.
The Cincinnati offense headed out now. They come in riding an 8-game winning streak, one of the longest in the league all season, partner, and they're in control of what could be win number 9. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. We'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. He's going to be stopped right around the 37. Pickup of 12 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati. We've set of downs from 37.
Here we go. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Burrow now on 1st down. Ravens get him. Down he goes. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
2nd and 15 at the 33-yard line.
They'll run. This is Williams. He's got a gain of 6 there. Malachi Starks read that nicely. He makes the stop. Well, we talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. 40-yard line.
Can. Stop.
Off the play fake. Burrow. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Well, hold on a second. We've got a Raven hurting pretty good out there. They're going to head out to look at him.
12. You just said. Stop.
A handoff to Williams. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
He's got a man left. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Gun. Stop. 180. Stop.
This is Williams. And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. The Bengals with it. They've got the lead, but this game is close. First down run gets them 6, so now it is 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Design bootleg here. Headed out right. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Pollard. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Right here, Kate, this is where I love to see a team go no huddle. You just ripped off a great run. Momentum-changing run. Now get back to the line and don't let that...
He's got a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals have a commanding 14-point lead now in the 4th. One after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals lead by 15 now.
Bengals 24, Ravens 9.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. He dodged the tackle. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Baltimore running its offense out now. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
Gets this to Bateman. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they had the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Through and breaks away. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. In the red zone now. He'll set up the screen for Henry. He'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
And again, it's Jackson. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stop just a little bit shy of the marker. Here we go, goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Here's Lamar on the sneak. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. Trying to run with Henry. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th.
Bengals 24, Ravens 16.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Escapes the defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Bengals back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Can.
Burrow gets it out one quick. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. He gets 16 yards on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
11. Here we go. 11. Shot.
Now it's Williams. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
44-yard line.
Right 80.
Burrow from the gun. Caught by his back here. It's Pollard. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. 1st and 10 from the 43.
11, mighty. Here we go. Shot.
A run with Williams. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game.
Gun. Shot. Right 80.
Burrow to the air now. Set up the screen. It's Pollard. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Now, it looks like one of the Ravens is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Handoff goes to Williams, running right. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout. So the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Just set.
First down, and they go right back to it. No repeat success of that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals leading by 8.
I'm fine, ready?
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Right 80. Shot.
They stay on the ground with Williams. Again, he's taken down right at the line. Same guy, same call, same result. And now it's 3rd down.
This goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Here we go. Hey, can. Shot.
Handoff running left. Pollard. And they have this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now. 4th down coming up. Big moment coming up for Evan McPherson on this attempt. He connected once and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. McPherson's kick is good. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a 2-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
And he's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. They'll take that every time. Great field position to begin this drive. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10.
Shut up.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. That throw looking for LeJontay Wester. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
From the gun, Jackson. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 10.
He's going to spike it with an even 10 seconds left. Hands are tied. Got to have it on this 4th down. Desperation time here. Got a man downfield. It's Bateman. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line.
Gain of 22 yards.
So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. And they take not just a victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the...